People are saying not to eat butterball turkey this Thanksgiving, or ever for that matter. You see, while it's crunch time for Thanksgiving prep, one company selling 1/3 of the US's Thanksgiving turkey supply has got more drama cooking than your family gathered round the table. With only a few days left until that delicious turkey dinner, Butterball's PR team is probably working overtime, and for an unbelievably disgusting reason. So here's what went down. A video from 2006 popped back up, like when your phone app insists on reminding you of that one cringy pic with your ex as a memory. The footage from PETA taken by an undercover investigator shows some truly horrifying stuff happening to turkeys at the Butterball plant in Ozark, Arkansas. And let me tell you, this isn't your usual grainy, meh, what even is this old footage. This is stomach-turning, wish-you-didn't-click-it type of content. Workers allegedly bashing turkeys into the sides of cages, trampling on their heads, and some other, really messed up stuff. This is what the anonymous investigator said.
One guy humped a shackled turkey one day, and another time, another worker was putting his fingers in a turkey's cloaca, which is basically her vagina, while the line was stopped. Some workers even bragged about their abuse. When people go to the grocery store and they see Butterball or other turkeys all wrapped up in plastic, they just don't know what happens to the birds before they end up in the meat case. I mean, how could they?
The investigators also took field notes. You can read them by pausing the screen. But essentially, the workers were abusing both live and dead turkeys, slamming them into the shackles, the concrete floor, and cages, often laughing and joking about it. The notes also mention again how one of them demonstrated how they inserted their finger into the turkey's cloaca when the line stopped, just because they were bored and wanted to have fun. I'm at a loss for words. The footage blew up online, and now people are calling for a full-on boycott of Butterball, or even canceling their Thanksgiving dinner entirely mid-holiday prep. The internet is doing what it does best: retaliation. Why is this allowed? I'm never buying Butterball ever again. Just bought a Butterball turkey today and definitely returning it tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Some people were upset, sad, and nasty. This absolutely breaks my heart. Oh my literal God, they were still alive. This is so horrible. What did these innocent animals do to deserve such a horrible, dark existence? This makes me sick. And some already knew about the issue. This actually tracks because the past 2 years my turkeys have been bruised, had broken bones, etc. I made the decision to raise our turkey this year for this exact reason. I can't believe I share a planet with people like this. Here's what Mendoza Freddie G said on TikTok.
Y'all better not eat no Butterball turkey this year. At this point, don't the Butterball turkeys at all. Don't give them to your grandmammy. Don't give them to the homeless. Just don't get them. And if you are going to purchase from this deranged brand, make sure that you wash them. Does anybody know any other turkey brands? Because this ain't it. This ain't going to work. Because I'll be damned if I'm at my granny house eating a turkey that had been SA choked and sloked and slammed and all kinds of across the wall. Absolutely the not. I don't know about y'all, but in my family, we don't eat Thanksgiving food on Thanksgiving.
One TikTok showed a full fridge of Butterball turkeys. And this leaves us all with the burning question.
Is your turkey safe, or has something bad happened to it?
After 3 weeks of silence, Butterball's PR team sent a statement to the Daily Mail. They said, "We are aware of a video from nearly 20 years ago which is being reshared across social media. This video is not current and in no way reflects our animal welfare policies. Animal care and well-being is central to who we are as a company, and we are committed to the ethical and responsible care of our flocks. That means maintaining the health and well-being of our turkeys is an ongoing effort." They also explained in the statement that Butterball has yearly audits conducted by a third party to make sure facilities are complying with the 200-plus science-based standards of best practice for care of turkeys. And they also added that Butterball was the first and only turkey company that is American Humane certified. So, Butterball's out here saying they've changed, and maybe they have, but the internet doesn't forget. People are asking, if this happened before, what's stopping it from happening again? Trust? Yeah, it's gone. One take I'm seeing a lot with this controversy, though, is that people don't really trust PETA either. Okay, PETA said this? Don't they notoriously lie? Why is this barely coming to life now? It's been 18 years. Why all of a sudden do they want to show us? Didn't this happen in 2006? Isn't that video from decades ago? It makes sense that people don't trust PETA since they have been wrong in the past about other issues. But even if Butterball has some standards now, How can we be so sure it's not happening in other farms? PETA, if they are to be trusted, say the incident is definitely not a one-off. In 2021, so just a few years ago, they looked into a factory farm called Plainville Farms from Pennsylvania that gets stocked in Whole Foods. Since they have a certified humane label, the farm basically was advertising that their turkeys were raised humanely in a stress-free environment. You can imagine this did not go over well. The investigation found similar things, like workers harming the birds, kicking them when the animals couldn't move forward because they were too injured, and in some cases, roughly handling them by the legs or neck, tossing them forward. Some of the worst actions were described as leading the turkeys to convulse and dying in pain on the ground. The investigator also claimed that the turkey's limbs frequently got caught in conveyor belts, snapping when it moved. Workers were caught playing baseball, catch, and bowling, using the terrified turkeys as balls, and mimicking SA on the female birds for some twisted self-amusement they called fun. This included one of the workers tucking a dying turkey's neck between his legs, pretending that they were touching themselves for pleasure, and another one sitting on top of a live turkey mimicking rape. There ended up being so much evidence gathered during PETA's undercover investigation that 12 of the workers were charged with 141 counts of cruelty, with 10 of them pleading guilty and sentenced. And thankfully, they've also been banned from working with animals in future jobs. And just because I'm nosy, I checked. Plainville Farm still exists. The website is really pushing the farm to fork thing and says, meets Plainville Farms brand's humane policy for raising turkey on family farms in a stress-free environment. The page Our Values is really trying to push the 200-year history, claiming our family farmers are committed to the highest standards in animal welfare and that they're raising their poultry using holistic practices to promote their well-being. Scrolling on their Instagram though, I can't find anything with how their turkeys live until I hit this one post, trying to escape my responsibilities. Okay, I guess. So, of course, it's partially our responsibility to think about what we're putting on the table. It's a little bit unrealistic to expect everyone to go vegan or vegetarian, which is why people are annoyed at PETA for pushing that message too much all the time. Yes, we care about animal welfare, but when you see labels like stress-free environment and humanely raised, especially from smaller farms, you kind of expect that you're getting a turkey that was safely raised before it ended up in the fridge. If you ask me, if you have the funds, shop at small local farms this Thanksgiving, so you can see for yourself how the animals are kept and buy directly from them or a supplier they work with. Now you can listen to your aunt's bad stories for the 100th time over the crispy Thanksgiving turkey, and at least you won't be too miserable if you know where that came from.